Okay, gang, here's where we're at. I got the fan back on. I had to take all the belts off to do it because that pulley was kind of cocked. Stuck the plug wires back on this side. Next step, we're going to go ahead and unhook the fuel feed, which is right here. And we're going to direct this into a waste can because we're going to do a little cranking on this. And I'm kind of hoping that if there's crappy fuel in there that it'll pick it up, run it up here, dump it into the waste can. That'll tell us that if the fuel pump works, if any of the fuel lines underneath are rotted out, all that good stuff. Or maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe the tank is empty and we won't have to worry about it at all. That's probably not likely. I'll probably go ahead and just replace this fuel hose once it's off because something tells me it's very old. Looks a little questionable. Okay. That's off. So I don't want to just dump whatever fuel comes out of this all over the top of the engine, so I'm gonna rig something up. Bear with me a second. Alright, got this old chunk of Nycop line here. Stick that in the fuel hose. At the other end here, this chunk of rubber came with the car. It's actually a power steering hose, but we'll put that on there like that. This will come right over here like that. We'll go get an official drain reservoir. Perfect. Okay. Now, any old nasty used fuel that comes dumping out of there will go in the bucket. Is it perfect? No. Will it work? Probably. Alright, now we're finally going to crank this thing over for a little bit of time. I got a sneaking suspicion we have no spark, so right off the bat, we're going to unhook one of these, doesn't matter which one, and we're going to install a spark tester where I can hopefully see it from inside the vehicle. A little difficult to do one-handed, but got her. Okay. Now, if we have spark, this should flash. Oh, shoot, no keys, I know where they are. Nope, not in the trunk. Oh yeah, they're in my pocket. Right where they probably should be. Alright. We're going to look right through this dirty, nasty windshield. We're going to see if we got any spark. Ready? Hey, we should hook the battery up. A necessity for spark. We're back in the driver's seat. We got the battery hooked up. Let's see what we got. Appears we have no spark. But look at the fuel dripping out. Can you see it? Where'd that go? Right there. Let's see what we got for fuel. Oh, buddy. That's just a little bit of fuel right there. Let's smell it. Oh, it's really, really bad. That's the nastiest fuel I've smelled in a long time. I'm going to put a couple clamps on that hose so it doesn't leak all over the inside of the vehicle. And, I don't know, we'll see what's next. Perfect. So in a way, I'm kind of happy that that thing sucked nasty fuel up and spit it in the bucket like that, because that tells me that the fuel lines underneath the car must be okay. And the sending unit's okay, and it's able to deliver fuel up here. That's good. All right, we're all rigged up here. It's a little bit hillbilly, but it works. There's the feed line right down there, coming up into a piece of Nycop, running over to a piece of power steering hose, and then down into the bucket. And I even added another chunk to make sure it all makes it to the bucket. Let's go ahead and crank this thing over for a second. I want to see some more of that fuel. Weird, not much else. Something cool happened though while I was cranking it over. I have no idea why, but watch the light. We picked up spark. I think what I want to do now is I want to hear if it runs. So we're going to put a little fuel down the carburetor and see what it does. All right, I'm going to go ahead and trigger the solenoid from under the hood so I can see if anything goes wrong. I can do that right here with my power probe. I'm going to try to put a little bit in the bowls. And just a little down the carburetor. And if we have any luck at all, it should do something. Alright, we're live. Try her again. That's a win. That old 460 sounds really good. So, we're making big strides quick. The next thing we need to do, figure out the fuel situation. I want to figure out if there's any more gas in the tank, and if there is, I want to get it out, whether that means siphoning it or draining it. We did get a little bit shot up here into the bucket, which was good. But I think once we get fuel delivered to this thing, she's going to be a runner, which is a good deal. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Today was a big success. I think pretty soon we'll be going for a cruise here in the old Lincoln. Thanks for joining me.